And we are live with another episode of All In on Kearny Sports, hosted by Natalie's Torres. Natalie is joined by Kearny girls tennis coach Michael Silpak and three of his players, senior Glenda Arenas, junior Samantha Chang, and junior Mia Martinez. Welcome, Natalie's.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here for my second show. And a special thank you to Mr. Silpak, Glenda, Samantha, and Mia for joining me tonight. Okay. So, my first question is for the coach. Can you tell us a little bit about how the season is going so far?
All right. Well, so the thing with tennis, and these girls are gonna agree with me. You can play such a good match. Everything could be clicking one after the other, and you can lose. And you can lose, and it can look like you've lost pretty bad. But as it stands right now, we are, I believe, at a record of 1-5. I kind of don't want to think too much about the losses that we sustain, but I got to give it up to these girls like Gigi, Sam, Mia. They're stepping it up. They're playing at a level that I didn't anticipate they'd be playing at this early. I don't know if you look outside every now and again, but it's raining almost every other day. We can't practice as much as we can. We don't have an indoor facility. So any of the days that we miss, they go back the next day. I mean, I don't know. This was, I think, Sam's idea one morning at a 6 a.m. Weekend, Saturday morning. She's like, let's go practice, coach. Yay. And it was like, okay, look, they want to do well. They want to put the work into it. The record doesn't reflect that. But at the end of the day, I'm just proud, and I'm sure they are, of each other as well, of the work ethic and just the never quit mindset.
And that is the perfect mindset to have. Okay, so next I have a question for all of the girls, and I'm going to give you a chance to answer. So don't worry about who's going to go first. So I was wondering if you could tell the viewers a little bit about how you started to play tennis and what has inspired you to continue to play and to pursue it seriously. First, Glenda, we'll start with you.
Okay, so I first started playing tennis when I was 8 years old. Um, in Florida, when I was like four, I picked up a racket with my dad. He took me to like our local courts and we just started hitting a few balls. And then when I moved here to Jersey, I saw this flyer that they handed out at the school. It was like an APC tennis camp. And I was like, oh my God, I want to do this. So from then on, I just started practicing every summer. And then by 12 years old, I was playing competitive tournaments. I was traveling to like New York or like down south in Jersey. But my dad has kind of been my like inspiration. He's been my coach for 10 years. So to have him like be by my side all the time, pushing me to be a better player, to actually, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be on the varsity team. So I give it all to my dad. And yeah, he's my inspiration. Actually, he didn't start playing tennis till I started playing tennis. So it's cool how we kind of like went on this journey together. And I say like pro wise, like athlete wise, my biggest inspiration was Roger Federer for like till this day. So that's my journey.
That's amazing. Okay. How about you, Samantha?
So like when I was a kid, my parents signed me up for like a lot of random things, and so tennis was one of them. And like I was like super young, I was like 10 or something, and I just played like at like a random clinic, and I was like, whatever, it's okay. And then I think it's all really fuzzy because it's all before quarantine, but I was like at the park one day with my dad just playing tennis, and then there was like this like coach was coaching this other girl like next to us, and then he was like, oh, do you want lessons? And then I was like, yeah. And then I started playing with him a little bit, and then quarantine hit and I stopped playing. But then like after quarantine, when I was going to high school, I was like, maybe like I'll join the tennis team, and that's how I ended up here. As for like inspiration, I mean, I don't want to be cheesy and say Gigi, but genuinely like Gigi is such a great player. Like anyone who has seen her play in real life, you can definitely agree. Like, and she's like even while like playing herself, she can be supportive of the team, which I think is so good. And um, I really like Emma Raducanu. I know she's kind of like a one-hit wonder, but I was really inspired by like her young age and what she achieved, and like kind of how no one expected it, but she did it.
Okay. And Mia?
So I actually didn't start playing tennis till this year. I did pick up the racket when I was 8 because I did do a summer camp for just a summer. And after that, I was like, I don't like this. I don't like tennis. So I'm just going to stop. So then after like a few years passed and I went to high school, I actually saw that they had a tennis team. But my freshman year of high school, I didn't decide to join. Then I went forward to my sophomore year, and I knew that they had tennis team still, but I didn't decide to join until like this year. And so I was practicing during the summer with my dad because my dad, even though he did play before a few years for with against like my uncle because he was a professional player in Peru, so he played with him and he taught me most of what I know, and that really helped me because during the tryouts for tennis, I felt prepared and I did feel nervous, but I felt more prepared because I had practiced during the summer with him. And so it was just he was really my inspiration because he was really good. And like Sam said, Gigi is amazing. She's an amazing player. I see her every time and I'm like in awe because she's just amazing and she's so supportive. And I'm so happy to be in her team because she's very supportive and she gives me motivation to like continue and be better and for next year. And even though she's leaving, which I'm sad, but I know she'll be here for us. And I guess my other big inspiration would be Coco Gauff because she's really young, she's crazy, talented, and she's just amazing. So, yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. So I have a two-part question for Coach Sopak. Firstly, can you tell us a little bit about how Glenda, Samantha, and Mia have led this team and the impact that they've had on the program?
Well, right out of the bat, so I began coaching about four years ago, and that's the first time I saw Gigi. She came on the court with her father, and I said, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm the coach. I don't know anything about tennis, but I'm just letting you know right now, you guys are gonna have the chance to play, enjoy yourselves, have fun." And like Gigi said, her dad said, "You know what? I will do whatever I can to help the team out. If I can volunteer, if I can come to the matches." And he has been, and these girls will tell you too, he has been such a focal point of this team and of what we've accomplished with the way he shows them how to do things that I could never think imaginable to even begin to tell them how to do. So, I mean, Gigi brings the leadership skills to it. She brings the motivational skills to it. Sam is a natural born sweetheart. I mean, there's nothing I can say wrong about this girl. Any girl she plays against, it's the same song and dance. "Oh my God, coach, she's so good. Like, she's really, really good." And I tell her, "Hey, you're just as good, maybe even better." But she's always willing to give somebody a compliment. Like, she's just such a caring, compassionate person. Mia, who came on the team for the first of all, she didn't come on the team the last 2 years. I'm upset about that. But the fact that she's now on the team, you can see she's got the athleticism, she's got the determination, she's motivated. I mean, there are 1, 2, and 3 singles players because that's it. That's the top of the line. That's the top of the food chain. And I couldn't be more proud of those 3 girls and what they've accomplished. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for all 3 of them.
Natalie's, I'm going to interrupt for a moment because we have a question coming in. Actually, we have my All In on High School Sports counterpart, Kurt, commenting. He has a question for the girls, actually. He wants to know, what is the toughest thing to learn or master as a tennis player? Glenda, you want to start? What do you think is the toughest thing?
Oh, now that's a tough question. I think the toughest thing maybe is like your mentality in this sport. Like your mental game could be like so good, but as soon as you enter the court, it's just all over the place. I know because I've had so many experiences and matches where I'm just like, oh my God, I want to quit. Like I don't want to play the sport anymore. So like I think your patience and like the way you just gotta be like, okay, I gotta finish this match. I have to give it my all, whether it's a win or whether it's a loss. I have to make sure I give my 100%. I think that's like the hardest part of tennis.
How about you, Mia?
I would say the mentality because I suffer a lot with that. I get so distracted by everything that's going around me. And so every time I have to remind myself to focus, be prepared, look at the ball, remember the right technique. Technique for me, for beginners, I feel like some are pro, some are like some get the technique really easily, but for me, I really struggle with technique. And so I just remember I have to keep repeating the same steps again over and again, and to tell myself that it's okay, be calm, stay strong, and play, just have fun and go try to win a match, try to win a game.
And Samantha.
Like I agree with what Gigi and me are saying, but for me specifically, like something really hard is not bringing your personality into your game. Like for example, I'm like not really an aggressive person, but like in tennis, it's really important that you play aggressive. So like I never play to my full potential, or I just hit softer than I probably should, because I just can't bring out the like I'm just too stuck to the non-aggressive part of my personality. Or like for example, like I mean, I'm sure everyone's kind, but like you don't want to cheat, you don't want to make wrong calls. So then, like, I'll like always call balls in that were out, or just bringing like it's really difficult to draw the line between like personality and like competitivism for me at least.
And then, Coach, follow-up question to that from Kurt is, what's the toughest thing to teach the girls at the high school level?
So every player is different. Every player reacts just like teaching in the classroom. Every kid learns differently, visually, auditory. You got to show them. Like it's very tough to manage the different personalities on the team in a way that can overall lift the team up as a unit. So, you walk by Gigi and you see that she makes a mistake. And for me, it's like, let me keep my mouth quiet. Let me just walk away and she'll get over it. And then she wins 6-0, 6-0, and she's off the court. For Sam, I give her a little fist pump, like, come on, Sam, you got it. And then, she'll come over to me like, I know I'm not playing that good, but like, I'm going to get better. And like, Sam, you do you. But it's just, and I come from teaching a 4th grade class all day. So you got 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds, and then you translate that into now going to the high school level. And just, it's refreshing for me to hear a group of kids, because they're still kids, to hear the high school kids go, yes, coach, sure, coach, no problem. Like, wow, kids actually do listen to you. So it's just tough to manage each different personality together, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Absolutely. All right, Natalie's, back to you.
Okay, so my second question for Coach is, can you highlight some of the other players that are on the 2023 squad?
I can. How much time you got? So we got our first, second, third singles players who are here. First doubles, Daphne and Valette. Now, first of all, Daphne was third singles, and then she kind of like got into a little rut, and now she's playing first doubles on our team. And I'm going to tell you right now, the match we just had yesterday against Memorial, what I saw this girl do, and I hope she's watching right now. I don't know if you guys can tell who's watching or not, but I hope she's watching, because she deserves to know that she is getting so much better, so much quicker. And that's another girl that's always down on herself, always takes it to heart if she loses a match. But in any competitive sport, there's a winner and there's a loser. But she is going all out. Her partner, who's a first-year player this year too, Valeria, she's playing amazing. She just got the natural motion, like Mia talked about. Sometimes it takes girls a while to get. She just flicks her wrist and the ball goes over the net. So they're playing great as a first doubles team. Second doubles, I mean, we're trying to still figure that out right now, moving into like the county tournament. But we've got Fizza, who's, she's very quiet, but she's a very good player. We've got Emma. We've got Madison. We've got Julissa, who just left, I believe it was cross country, to come to tennis. So, but the fact that these girls are leaving other endeavors that they're going out for to come play tennis, it says a lot about the program. And that's what I take pride in. If I can, I never want to steal another coach's players, but if I can get some interest involved with this team where other girls want to come be a part of it, it's just a good feeling overall. But, we've got Julissa. I know I'm drawing a blank on a few names right now, and they're going to let me know about this at practice. Emma, Madison, Julissa, Camille. I know I'm surprised the girls didn't jump in and say, oh, Camille, another young girl who's come a long way and will just get better. There's a girl, Jasmine, who is like a world-renowned actress, and she's at practice every day, and she's getting better.
Stephanie.
Now that's a girl that's going to let me know I forgot about her, and I forgot to talk about her. Stephanie has come along. There's just so many girls right now that I'm trying to think of that and I'm like, okay, the whole team in general, because they're pushing themselves. And it's tough, like I said, when it rains out and we can't go to practice. but they're always looking for a way to get to the courts. And as a coach, that makes my job 1,000 times easier.
We love to see that type of passion. Okay, so this question now is for Glenda. You've had quite a distinguished career as a member of the tennis team. You've been playing as first singles since your freshman year. What have been some of your most memorable matches?
I have a couple actually. So freshman year, states, I think it was the first round we played against Livingston, and it was on my birthday. And I remember that match because that was like the first time I was like, oh my God, wait, I'm a freshman, first singles, and I'm playing in a state tournament right now. So, and it was on my birthday. So I was like, oh my God, this is a great moment. And then sophomore year, I lost the match, but I still think it was like probably like one of the best matches that I've ever played. It was against this senior at the time from St. Dom's, and we played for at least 4.5 hours. And like she won like 4.5 hours later, but like I hugged her at the end. I was like, this should be like recorded, and this should be like on ESPN or Tennis Channel. It was like the best match. And I think last year I had a really good match before I got injured, and I'm trying to remember where it was. And now I'm drawing a blank.
So, my next question is for Samantha. As a freshman, you played a mix of first doubles and third singles. As a sophomore and a junior, you're playing at the second and third singles spots. So, how have you found that playing both doubles and singles has helped you with your game and changed the way that you play?
So I definitely played singles more than doubles, and doubles was kind of a while ago, so I don't like really exactly remember. But I remember um, playing doubles. My partner, so I was like completely new to the team, and I didn't even live in Kearny. I knew nobody, and my partner, she was like the person on the team that was like the most welcoming to me, and like we became really close. So it was really fun. But as we played more matches, like I realized that it's like different players are meant to play different things. Like some people are just better at doubles, some people are just better at singles. And I just realized that I'm more meant to play singles. And this is actually like a this is really hard. This is really difficult for me. Like I'm sure coach remembers. Like I wanted to challenge the girl who's playing third singles for her spot, but I felt really bad because she was a captain, she was a senior or whatever. But I ended up doing it, and I'm really glad I did because um, at least for me, like singles, I like my weakness is volleying, and I don't know if you ever watched a doubles match. Like, there's always someone at the net volleying, and I would always mess up. But in singles, you do less of volleying. So I expose my weakness less, and also, um, you have just more control of the court overall. And I'm really hard on myself, and in games, like I get really frustrated. So I just don't think doubles was like super right for me because I don't want to bring out that frustration, on my partner or anything like that.
And then I have a question for Mia as well. So, tennis can be a grueling sport mentally and physically. How do you stay in good physical condition and prepare mentally for matches?
I would say, me personally, I love running. I like to always do exercise, workout. I love cardio. And so I've been doing other sports since I was little. So that's really helped me a lot with my athleticism, like during tennis matches, because I run everywhere to try to get the ball as best as I can. And it's really helped me be more aware. And I love playing doubles. I loved playing with my partner Fizza. She was amazing. Her every time she received her balls, like it was crazy how she played. And I do not like net at all. I think I suck at it. But and I realized that, like Sam said, that I'm more of a singles player instead of a doubles. And because I don't know, I like running around and trying to get the ball. It's fun for me. And but Fizza's great too. I love doubles. So but I love singles more.
Okay. And then my last question before rapid fire is for Coach. What are your goals and expectations for the team this year and for the program moving forward?
Well, for this year, I want to give the seniors that we've got on the team the proper send off. I mean, Gigi's been there since day one with me. We came into this team together and we kind of built something that I'm very proud of because at the end of the day, I was given this job and I was very hesitant to take it at first. And I said to myself, I don't really know anything about tennis, so I'm not really going to be able to show these girls anything. But then at the end of the day, you know, when you start to appreciate something and learn, it becomes enjoyable. And, I'll just leave with one story real quick. A few years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, our second singles player was in the match. And it was breaking down to like the third set, or it was a tiebreaker, whatever it was. And the match was on the line. And I kind of walked off to the side and watched her from afar. And all the girls were against the fence. And this was, yes, against Dickinson girls. And they were against the fence and they're watching. And our girl pulled it out. And then a little tear rolled down my cheek. And it just so happened at that second that tear rolled down my cheek, a girl looked at me and she goes, "Are you crying?" And it was like dead winter, I think, or like close to winter, whatever it was. I'm like, "No, it's just allergies." And the girl looked at me and she's like, "Well, it's pretty cold out here." But when you get invested and when you care about something and I would do anything for these girls and they know that. And if they don't, now they do. So my expectations moving forward is just to make this program more than it is already, if that's even possible. And with opportunities like this is a perfect way to get ourselves out there, to have everybody know that Sam is such a sweet-hearted, kind girl, that Mia loves to run but is afraid of the net, and that Gigi's going to go on to accomplish so many good things when she goes to Stevens. It's just like you can't put into words how proud you are of these girls. And I mean, that's it. And moving forward, I just hope that we can get some success and maybe put a banner up there in the Kearny High School gym, and we'll go from there.
That's great. Okay, so it's almost time to go. But before you go, I have a little rapid fire round of questions for you. So basically, it's just going to be like general kind of silly questions. So what is your favorite season? Winter, spring, summer, or fall? Okay, we'll go with Coach first.
I think I like winter.
Okay, Linda.
Fall.
Same. Samantha.
Winter.
And Mia.
Winter, definitely.
You guys are crazy for liking winter. It's so cold. Okay, and then this is my last question. If you read a book and there's a movie version, would you prefer to read the book or would you prefer to watch the movie? Okay, we're gonna start with Mia.
I would say watch the movie. I definitely don't read as good. I read as much as I should, but I would definitely watch the movie.
Okay, Samantha.
Definitely first movie and then book after.
Okay, Glenda.
I'm debating this. I think I would read the book first and then the movie.
And then Coach.
Is there a Barbie book? I have to watch the Barbie movie, but if there's a Barbie book, I would gladly read that first and then watch the movie. It gets 50-50, right?
Okay, so that is close to all the time that we have for today. So I want to thank Coach, Glenda, Samantha, and Mia for joining me tonight. It was really nice to have you guys in the show, and I was really glad to have the opportunity to hear more about your team and learn more information about you guys and your drive and your passion. So good night and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure to have you. Best of luck. And thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you soon.